Hey folks, welcome back to another HB Gaming GameLINK video. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a micro review for you. I haven't done one of these in a while. It's been a minute. We've been busy unboxing like crazy to catch up and also playing some epic games as well. What are we talking about today? Well, we are going to be hitting the beach, getting our Speedos on and getting back out in the water and then running back out again because the water is going to be infested with sharks because it's open season on all things swimmers as we take a look at Sharks Feeding Frenzy. Welcome back, my friends. If you don't know me by now, my name is Matt, and I'm sure we're going to be the very best of friends. As I said in the opening tease today, this is a bit of a micro review from a game that we kickstarted, arrived, and then sat on the shelf for about a week and a half before I had a chance to get to it. Finally opened it up and had a crack because we just got so many unboxings that we could have done. And I thought, you know what, it's been a minute, I'll just rip into the box and see how I go. And boy oh boy, I wish I had done an unboxing for this one. Sharks Feeding Frenzy is a game by Rocky Davies and Loudcats Publishing, and this is this was a delightful surprise when it appeared on another YouTuber's channel. I thought, you know what, that sounds interesting. It looks like it could be fun for the kids. Let's get involved. It was cheap. It wasn't super duper expensive. Stretch goals went through the roof, so this thing is tricked out beyond belief. However, finally getting into it and having a bit of a run through, playing it with Blair and Charlotte, the game plays up to 6 players out of the box, which is bloody fantastic. But the gameplay level at a 2-person count is just as good. I don't think it's as frantic, but I'll come to that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sharks Feeding Frenzy, to give you an overview, is where you are going to play as, well, one of these. A dirty great big shark. You've come in close to the beach because it's open season on swimmers and you are trying to collect food points in your gut locker to the total of 50 points. If you're the first player to do that and no one else can beat your score when all rounds are complete, you win the game, you become an epic shark legend, and they make movies about you in which they need a bigger boat. This is a very tongue-in-cheek look at what it might be like to be a member of the marine family stalking prey as they swim on the beach. And then, of course, there's all sorts of other hazards and things as well. Mechanically, this is one of the tightest games I have played in recent years, and I play a lot of games. This isn't going to be for everyone. This is a little bit kiddie. The artwork is very tongue-in-cheek. I will say this, the rulebook for this game is one of the best rulebooks I've ever read. And again, I'll come to that in a moment. This may not be a micro review because I'm going to ramble. I really love this game. At its core, you are rolling out a magnificent board here, and you can see these little squares. You roll 2d10, and that determines where your sharks begin on the board. And then whenever you produce these food tiles, when you draw from the ocean pool of tiles, they've got little sharks on the back like this, so you draw blind. These dice, you roll the d10 and the percentile dice, and depending on where you roll, that's where these tiles go on the board, and then it will be up to you as a shark to try and use the pyramid style d4 movement die to get to them first and chomp them down. Once you've chomped down on food, it doesn't mean it's going to stay there. There are other tiles in there that can cause you to cough up what you've consumed. In addition, sharks can beget other sharks and reach into their gut locker and produce a tile at random as well. So there is a wonderful take that element to this game as well. In addition to the food tiles, you'll get tiles like this one with the island. It'll give you +3 to your movement when you place that on the board. So you can stock up power tiles. There's a free-for-all shark fight action tile. There are sea mines that you can be deployed. There is a plethora of stuff here, and along with these guys, there are also some other food things you can snack on that will fight back, which is also fantastic. At the corner of each board, you have these whirlpool situations that will allow you to relocate your shark to another point. Basically, In terms of gameplay and how it works, on your turn you will refresh the row here of crates, take a tile, use a tile if you want to, you don't have to, and then move your shark. And if you're lucky enough to chomp on down on your 50th point of food, you can see point value is 15, 5. If I had those two, that would be 20 points. You remove your shark from the board at the end of your turn, and if all turns go by and everyone's had an equal amount, you will be crowned the winner unless someone beats your score. There is a number of sharks to choose from. I think in this box there's 12. This isn't even all of them. There is so many to choose from, which is fantastic. There's a Gary Squizzard, Chad Dolphington the third, Wally the Whale. They're wonderful. And the artwork on these, yes, it is cartoony, but it's boss. It's bitchin'. It's fantastic. I dig it so much. It's amazing. The sheer game of chance when you roll your double d10s, your percentile dice to position yourself on the board, and then the food comes out. You can literally have this guy on his pizza slice floating in the ocean spawn right next to you, which is the best possible outcome you can possibly have. I will say there is a killer whale that can spawn on the board and will pursue the food as well. So there's an AI component. You could potentially, if you wanted to house rule it, play this game solo. This doesn't do it justice. I will get a shot of it all set up so you can have an idea of how this looks when it's set up on the table. It is a beautifully amazing ocean board. As I said, the artwork's fantastic. I've gone on about it enough. Whoever the artist is, in fact, I need to find out who that is. The artist has done an amazing job on this one. There's no credits on it. There should be credits. I will find out. It would have already appeared on your screen. The artist for this game has done an absolutely amazing job. It's absolutely spectacular. The fast-paced nature of it, a turn per player, honestly, provided you don't agonize over things and you would have an idea what you want to do on your turn before it gets to you. Turns 30 to 40 seconds per player. That's it. I do think too, there is my only caveat to this, my only issue that I've had with this game is that sometimes when you've got 140 of these blue tiles upside down, if they're shuffled in such a way the food tokens are at the base, you're just drawing dead, waiting for something to happen. Sharks blowing up other sharks just because there's no food to hunt. It sort of gets a bit stale unless those food tokens come out. I will say, when a food token comes out, you still get to draw another tile. So if you're picking the right area of the box, we had a game with Charlotte and myself and Blair, and we had the first couple of rounds, nothing happened, and then we drew 6 food tiles on the one turn, and as soon as you draw a food tile, you spawn it on the board and draw again to replace it. Back-to-back food tiles, we had lots of food, and from then it was on. The game was over and won very, very quickly after that. So I think the playtime on this is meant to be 20 to 30 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes, depending on your player count. The longest game we've had has been about 30 minutes, absolute maximum, and that was when we were learning to play. The artwork, again, fantastic, love it. I keep coming back to it. The mechanics of the different tiles and the variety of the tiles that are in this game are not just for food, but for movement, to slow other players' movement, to fire torpedoes, to clear the board, to the nuclear option, which literally wipes the entire board clear and has you all start again. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. Fishing trawlers, they can literally move across the board and push sharks around. It's brilliant. Then there's the rulebook. The rulebook for a general player, someone who is 10 who can read reasonably well, will skim over it and go, yep, okay, I get it. But for an adult to read the rulebook, there is a lot to giggle here. I mean, if I look at the different excerpts here that are inside this manual, this rulebook, where is it? Each player will select a shark to represent them in the game. You are now the shark. Feel the shark. Be the shark. Say the shark's name aloud so that its power flows through you. Don't bite your neighbour, though. Any leftover sharks can be put aside. They will sit angrily during the game, seething that you didn't pick them. Even sharks can feel rejected. And they can hold grudges. It's practically their middle name, that or bitey. The whole rulebook is written that way. What could have taken them one sentence, everyone pick a shark, is padded out in paragraphs of perfected prose that just make things look absolutely spectacular. It also explains percentile dice really, really well. For those of you that are D&D players, percentile dice is not going to be a problem. But if you've never used percentile dice, looking at this here is just fantastic. Now, you may say, what if one die says 5 and the other says 00? That means space 5. The 00 is silent. Of course it is. What if one die says 0 and the other die says 00? There's no 0 space. Okay, that one's a little tricky. In this one case, the 00 and the third means 100. Congrats, that is a rare roll. You could say it's 1 in 100. Pat yourself on the back. There's no reason for that flavor text to be there, but it just sets up the game to not be taken seriously, and that's exactly what this game needs, and it makes it work in spectacular fashion. The rulebook has so many of these comments, quips, things like that, how to play the game, how to shorten the game, how to lengthen the game, and just the sheer rife commentary. Each of the food tokens has a bio in the book. It's beautifully chaotic, and I love it. Sharks have a bio as well, stretch goal bonuses, late arrivals, etc. King George III, taxation without representation. It's just a very simple but beautiful, chaotic board game, and I cannot recommend it enough. It is a wonderful surprise. And if you haven't checked it out, by all means do so. We will try and get a playthrough done for you because it is just a lot of chaotic fun. If you are around and you are attending game conventions or game days where we're running board games out of our game garage, by all means ask to play this one because it is a whole lot of fun. If we ever can get our distributor to stock it, you better believe we'll be putting it in the store. But that is my thoughts of Shark Feeding Frenzy. I'm going to put up a bit of a display of how it looks when it's set up for 6 players. In addition, you'll see the review card at the end of the video, which will give our scores, feedback, and everything else as well. But I don't care what I think. I want to hear what you think. Have you played Sharks Feeding Frenzy? Have you got a copy? Did you back the Kickstarter? Let me know in the comments below. Reach out to me if need be. I'll get back to you when I get a second. Until then, folks, enjoy this video. Check out this game if you haven't already. We'll see you back here for more epic board game. Oh! Be remiss of me not to thank our subscribers and our Patreon supporters as well. Thank you very much. We just recently clocked up 500 subs. Thank you for watching, and thank you for clicking that button in the bottom corner. Plenty more to come on the channel. Some big Kickstarters are arriving soon, including something from Simon that I'm super excited about that goes back to my childhood days. We will see you in the funny pages and back here again for more epic board gaming content, folks. But until then, I'm going to go swim with some sharks, and we'll see you back here very, very soon. Okay. Bye for now.